So I just wanted to introduce this video, which is basically about how you can use development of your charisma to improve your creativity and your confidence, and how that can create a better life for you. It goes into how creativity can be stifled in your early years by school and other influences, and how you can break free of that using a few different methods that I've come across and observed. So tell me what you think of it in the comments below. Give it a like if you like it, and hope you enjoy it.
How to develop your charisma and your problem solving ability, and in the process, develop your creativity ability and therefore improve your intelligence. Why? Usually in modern education, people are taught how to learn by being embarrassed. Not maybe intentionally, but maybe intentionally. Why? How? By asking a child, "What's this answer? What's the answer? Tell us now. You're in front of 30 people, but tell us now. Maybe you don't know the answer. We haven't taught you the answer, but tell us. What is the answer?" 5? No, wrong. And then you feel like shit, and you don't want to ever say a wrong answer again in front of a crowd, and you become scared of doing that, and then you become crap at learning because of that, and you develop a belief that you're stupid, but you're not stupid. How to overcome this? This can create a self-doubt, belief that you're not intelligent as that you're not intelligent as said, and fear of speaking in front of people. All three of these can be solved by applying self to improve your social skills. How? Leave aside 2 or 3 3-hour slots in the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, after work, to walk around a high street or busy place, or actually just go to a club that has the kind of people that you'd like to meet, and introduce yourself, having seen, like, not even necessarily having seen someone that you'd like, that you're interested in. Just introduce yourself to anyone and try and find some common ground in that you both enjoy the conversation and have a bit of banter and have a few laughs. Beyond that, find something you both enjoy that you want to grow in, and then invite the person out to engage in that activity, whether it be a sport or reading, writing, chess, video games, or just something you both enjoy, but something you both want to grow in would be best. Or you could set aside a day, either Saturday or Sunday, usually morning or afternoon on one of those days, where you invite a group of your friends out to have a drink, a meal, every week or every month, every first Saturday of the month, or first and third Saturday of the month, to shoot the shit, have a good time, have a few laughs, learn something new that you didn't know before, share by sharing stories, that kind of thing. And through that, you'll grow your social group, make new connections that might be helpful in your career, and through leading that, develop your ability to speak in front of a group of people as well. Now, having done this for, say, a year, you've developed a, say, brunch club that now has a regular attendance of 20 or more people, large table, bustling with people, talking, laughing, chatting, sharing wisdom, and you at the center of it. Now you have a social group. Now, what have you gained over that year? You've gained your charisma, which is essentially the triumph over self-doubt, the will to take the first decision, to say the first thing that comes out of your mouth, no filter, and have that thing that you say be relevant, fun, and or wise, which adds to the conversation, adds some wisdom to the conversation, or any combination of those three. For example, if it's not relevant and it's wise and adds fun, it might take the conversation in a completely different direction that people didn't expect, but still shows charisma. So there you've overcome your self-doubt, both by the process of approaching people cold, not knowing them, and developing a rapport with them and understanding where they'd like to grow, inviting them out, and being able to perceive their perceptions of you from the off and solve problems that they're trying to solve about you, whether you're a threat to them initially, which will be the first question, whether you can be of value to them, answering that question, and then showing them that value and going on, so on. So quickly showing them that you're not a threat and that you have value to give them, and that you actually have a fun personality that they'd like to be around and that they could share a joke with. And that's essentially it. And then beyond that, what do you have in common that you can talk about and share knowledge on and maybe both engage in and grow in? Exchanging wisdom, exchanging strategies, exchanging observations, exchanging techniques, and so on. So there you have an outline of how to display charisma, or how and why to display charisma to show that you're not a threat, so that you have some comedic self-care, protectorate, wisdom, strategic, or technical value to offer, but most likely comedic by telling them a joke and making them laugh. And having overcome your self-doubt and having replaced it with quick thinking charisma, you may find that your intelligence, your perceived intelligence increases, your ability to observe a pattern, recreate it, and use it accelerates exponentially because of your ability to quickly see what vulnerabilities someone has, what they might see as threatening from you, disarm the perception of that threat, show them that you're of value by being of comedic or another form of value, such as useful information, letting them know of a threat of some kind, which is probably not be a social situation, be an emergency situation, or giving them some advice of some kind that helps them on the spot or in the near future. I repeat this over and over again to disarm your perceived threat and then add value, because it is so key to being seen as charismatic, of being able to do this over and over again in every situation. No matter if you met the person before, you're always trying to disarm yourself as a threat and show that you have value in the new situation. And having done this over and 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 over again, your mind quickens, your instincts quicken, your wit becomes better, and you may find yourself becoming more classically intelligent, perceiving the kernel of the idea of a book in the first few pages and realizing that you did by the end of reading it, and then doing the same with other books without getting the punchline, so to speak, and moving on quickly, and then being able to use that information and to your benefit much quicker than someone who's trudges through the whole book, doesn't quite get it, tries to note down every other interesting idea and then gets lost in the hedges instead of going through the forest of the wisdom of that book and finding the one beautifully grown peach that the book is trying to impart on you, trying to teach you. Essentially, you perceive the wisdom of the book in a sentence or a paragraph that you write down, whereas before you may have written a half a book of notes or 10 pages of notes and still not have gotten the most important idea. My point being, your intelligence becomes better, becomes quicker, returns to the natural speed and efficacy which you were born with, which may have been taken away by those early experiences of embarrassment when trying to develop your intelligence in school, for example, where you may have been laughed at for saying the wrong answer in mathematics, which I do remember quite distinctly, I believe. Not necessarily myself, but yes, some others being laughed at for saying the wrong answer and maybe losing their confidence to be smart early on. The charisma imbues the intelligence. The development of it imbues the intelligence. Being in that situation on the street, talking to someone, standing up, thinking on your feet, literally, forces you to develop your thinking speed, increase it, and through that your speed of intelligence naturally develops. So there you have the focused development of social skills helps to bring back that natural creativity that we all have inside of us by helping you to develop your charisma, taking away your self-doubt, your speed of intelligence, solving problems quickly on the street, and your ability to speak to a large crowd, whether that be through stopping someone, a stranger on the street, and talking to them and being confident and developing your confidence, and doing that and looking completely calm, cool, and fun whilst doing it. Or if you go one step further than that and start to organize brunches, drinks out, breakfasts, say once or twice a month, or maybe every week, even if you're that committed, to bring people together to that you have met on the street or in a certain club that you go um, to yeah, as I said before, shoot the shit, share some laughs, share stories, share wisdom, make more connections that you might be able to use in your career and your business, and overall expand your social group. So, in summary, school may well destroy your creativity by asking you to answer questions which you have not been educated on in a public forum and therefore being embarrassed, and because of the immaturity of children and adults as well, quite frankly, be laughed at because you didn't get the answer right, and then lose your confidence in being an intelligent or charismatic person. The way to develop this charisma, learning to cold approach people, that is to approach strangers, whether that be in terms of a romantic interest or business interests. Show them that you're not a threat, show them that you're of comedic value, of wisdomic value in the situation at hand, or a situation that they can relate to. And as you develop the ability to perceive someone else's vulnerabilities, disarm yourself as a threat, and show your value so as to be welcomed and your presence enjoyed, you will develop the ability to quickly problem solve. Well, once you see someone, asking yourself questions about them, creating answers, and this will develop your ability to quickly problem solve, which will develop your ability for